want to bother you.
Bother
George
me.
Bryan
Bother me.
is quickly going to give it. I mean, not quickly. I don't care. You can take as long as you want. Let's give us a tour of the new.
Let's see.
What do you call it? Let's start there.
Uh,
What do you call
the shed. Wesley
Okay.
gives me a hard time for calling this, but it's just my office and my indoor sim room,
it? Okay.
backyard in the backyard.
Let's go.
So let's see if this works.
All right.
There's the,
Oh, yeah. Yes. Yeah.
that's one cam, and then
Yeah.
hold on. Let's see this right. Oh, that's it's this one. There we go.
Oh,
So this
yeah. I think it's sideways, but it's fine.
it is. It's for streaming.
Got it. Yeah. All right. Perfect.
Yeah. So that's a tour of the studio. I can't move my. Well, actually, I guess I could.
Oh, yeah.
And then
Heck,
we
it's
got
good, dude.
little office, whatever back there. But yeah, no, it's been fun to mess around here. Kids love it, but no, when your office was built, I was like, man, we somehow have to combine our offices and have a podcast. So
yeah, here it is. This is it. This
Yes.
is the new office, the Monday QHQ. Yeah, some
No, yours is
just like
great.
you have. Yeah, you got some. That's all stuff that's donated
See,
from players.
that's
for
what I need.
Foundation. Yeah, it's great
I
stuff.
need that bin. I need that bin set up because I have storage issues at our house, and that I need. That's all right. Noted.
Yeah,
That'd be great.
That's it.
No one
These
there?
are. I'm going to give you a tip, George. This right here from my restaurant days. These shelves right here.
Mm-hmm.
You can slide down. They slide down those poles, and you can adjust them for how high you want. They just sit on clips, and so you can make them. Yeah, they're great. They're at like Home Depot or a restaurant place.
Yeah.
Great.
Well, thanks for having me on. I was half joking, but I was like, you know what? I want to come on your podcast. I see, like, if I can bully my way on the show,
Dude,
I'm going to try it, and by golly, here we are.
Dude, okay, for those watching, did you just hit balls, George? Or
I'm preparing. Hit golf balls earlier.
Actually, Bryan Brothers glove is on.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like I just always have a glove on. There's one at the desk, and it just feels better when I have a golf glove on. But after this, I'll hit a few balls and kind of get the body moving a little bit.
All right, let's talk YouTube. Let's talk Internet Invitational. What did you enjoy it, George? Is it hard to have that many content creators in one place? What's your takeaway? A couple weeks or whatever it's been. I mean, I know you played it a long time ago, but now that it's out in the world, I thought
it was pretty insane. I mean, everyone's been wanting to get. I mean, all the top guys weren't there. Actually, everyone might have been there, but everyone's been wanting to like have YouTubers compete against each other, and the top guys, the best players, and all in one spot competing for a prize. Everyone's wanted that, and the fact that that Dave and Barstool was able to pull this together in such a short time, and the way they did was honestly very impressive. So just getting us all there was pretty amazing. But when we were there, it felt obviously you guys saw big personalities, and in a lot of ways they wanted to highlight and show the big personalities and the dramas that would probably come because of said personalities.
Yeah.
But I mean, once we were in the like actual match, the way it was set up, it felt like a normal YouTube video match. It wasn't really that crazy as far as like, oh, there's too many people here. It didn't feel that way because it was always 2v2s. And so they did a great job with the format, the draft. I'm sure there's some flaws. There's some things I didn't love about it, but at the same time, there's a lot more that I loved and enjoyed. I wish that my game was a little better, but no, it was wild to see how it all, just how popular and how it took over the YouTube golf world. And honestly, it took over the golf world, which was pretty cool, in my opinion.
Yeah, I think it speaks to where YouTube golf is. I mean, it was the talk of golf, of golf Twitter.
Yeah.
The drama side of it, George, is it? I don't know if the right word's tiring. Is it like that's not really? Not that you guys haven't had some drama of your own, but it's not really it's not like manufactured. Not that that's manufactured. It's just highlighted, I guess, would be a better way to put it.
Yeah,
and I get it. That's what Barstool does. That's what sells. Creating villains is not bad for YouTube clips. So do you just know that's part of the game, or does that annoy you in some way?
I knew that was part of what they were wanting, and again, we knew it was going to happen. They were wanting to look for any reason to highlight or blow up a situation that probably wasn't that big of a deal, or a minor deal / big deal and turn into a massive deal. And so we knew that was going to happen. But I mean, that's what they're good at, and that's what they do. It's not my cup of tea, but it's not. I mean, it made for some interesting and wild times. So I'm not faulting or I'm not surprised at it. It's not my thing, but at the same time, we knew it was going to happen, and it made, I think, for that much more, or I guess better content. You know, it was very polarizing. Anytime you get something that's polarizing, you're going to get views and clicks. The Quan thing was in the moment we knew, it's probably gonna he's gonna be hated for a little bit. We knew how seeing it in person and how hostile everyone was, and how, again, if you know Quan, he's just going to double down and kind of never really give in. Because he doesn't take it. Was knowing who he is, I knew that was probably going to not going to turn out well online, but boy, it turned out worse. And I was like, man, and it was that was my one issue, was just I hate how it kind of it just made everything so negative, and hey, highlight the actual good golf. Again, I'm just me and you are golf purists. We want to see
right.
a lot of golf, and that was my one thing. It's hey, let's stop dealing with the Quan drama. Let's highlight some of the matches that were and the players that were out there. But no, it was for YouTube golf as a whole. I thought it was amazing, and it's it highlighted and amped up kind of what we're doing.
Yeah, I mean, this was my take, George. Is
oh, there you go. Yeah.
Oh, there you go. You're good. The Quan thing started, and he not really tripled down, because it was went to the public. But his response was "Sorry guys, I overslept today," as the video got. But people were going back. Quan was the first guest I ever had on this podcast.
Yeah.
And so people were going back 5 years and finding it and replying what a jerk he was. And I was
I know.
Dude,
I know.
That's when I was and again, that I guess I don't know if it's positive. It shows how people are passionate about YouTube.
Yeah.
That's what it is. The passion is good. How it's portrayed, the things that have happened to Paige.
I know.
That's a tough. Luke Quan, every interaction I've ever had with Luke is the nicest dude ever.
Yeah.
He screwed up and he doubled down. I get people criticize him for it.
Yeah.
And if you haven't, if you just introduced to him, you'd be oh yeah, he's kind of a jerk, but he's not really.
That was it's just how they doubled Paige, Melosi, and Quan. It's again, they messed up, and again, I told Quan, I was man, you can't this is. I was annoyed at how he handled it. I was annoyed him sleeping in and all these things, but it's but I just wish that people wouldn't harp on. I guess it's human nature, but just really hey, you're the worst person on the planet. It's well, that's extreme. He messed up. He's a guy that made Paige. I mean, I don't think Paige did anything wrong, or she might have. I didn't really get too much into that one, but I know the Quan. It's hey, you messed up. Let's move on. Now he should have apologized and handled it better, but we're human. We all make mistakes. Did
you and Wesley have a conversation going into this? Hey, we got to be on our be aware that this is what Barstool does.
We knew. We were hey, Wesley, and we there's some things any opportunity they have, just don't let them have an opportunity to be yourselves, but don't really try to do anything that they could take advantage of. And again, that's why they're so successful. They find and do things that get conversations going. But yeah, I went back and looked at one of the funny things someone tweeted at, and again, I defended Quan, and probably my wording was more not anti the whole thing, but it was the way it was worded. People pulled clips back from the Invitational and said, "Hey Quan, how does it feel that you costed your teammates millions of dollars?" And like, hey, look, you can make jokes now. I'm like, you got me on that one. I didn't respond to that one because like, yeah, I got. Yeah, it's me. End up.
Yeah. All right. Let's talk about the golf side of the Internet Invitational.
Yeah.
You've played in PGA Tour events. You've done a lot of YouTube. Is there pressure? Like, it's a lot of money.
Yeah.
What did you feel pressure at all, George?
Tons. It depends. The first one, not as much. Like Chazzy is a great player, and like again, he can't hit it quite as far. But like he hits it dead straight, hits it solid, putts and chips it really well. So like I knew I had a safety net that first day, and so not as much pressure. But still, like the first day, whatever. Then you make it pass, and you're like, okay, now we're playing for money. So that kind of amps up when we made it to that second day. And having Jet, who I love and amazing, but he's not as good of a golfer, and so you don't have you just kind of feel the pressure, like, hey, I need to like really be on my A game. But boy, it like you start feeling it, like even in the duels, the Creator Classics, like these live 4 prize events, or not live, I guess 4 prize events, like I feel it just as much, maybe probably more than I did in tournaments, because you have 4 rounds or 2 rounds or 18 holes to make up and tell the story, whereas in these internet videos, like one shot, you're in the back of your head, you're like, well, the whole internet's going to see or remember this or judge me for this shot, and so you just add pressure yourself. But it got real. Now I wish I can't really speak on the latter days or the last couple when the heat really got turned up. But no, we feel immense amount of pressure. And it's cool because again, it keeps, if I ever want to compete or when I do compete, it's like I have these things that keep me sharp, i.e. Invitational, duels, and Career Classics.
All right, let's talk second Internet Invitational that Barstool's already like pushing, and Caitlin Clark's been invited, and Kai Trump and all this. Does the success, George, make it more difficult to get it together from the business side? Like, I don't care what the business deal was for everybody. It's not my business. Just more of like everybody saw what a success it was. That's going to create everyone wanting like, what role did I play in that being a success? What pie do I get now? Do you see that being an issue? Does it make the second one? Would you play in the second one? And if you did, would you do anything business-wise different than you did this time? And I'm not talking dollar-wise or anything. Just like, would you do anything different?
No, I mean, if I got invited, I don't know. I don't see a world where, unless it was on a date where we had conflicting plans or like, oh, we already had this thing lined up. I mean, I would love to play and give another crack at it. So we know it's going to be bigger and better than last year. But also, like as a competitor, like even if there wasn't any money on the line, I would want to go and give another crack at it, just to like, hey, I'm better than the performance I did last year. So for us, it's me and Wesley are competitors at heart, and I think that gets us, or that we do things with that. We want to create good videos and tell cool stories and compete. And it just helps that could be a pretty massive purse. So there's a massive purse this one. Next year, probably more. So yeah, I'd love to be involved in it. Hoping to. I'm more intrigued though to see how Dave, like, he's going to want to up the ante and like make it even crazier and bigger. So I'm curious to see what that looks like.
Yeah, I assume it'll be easier selling point from a company perspective. So I assume the purse goes up, and then more people want to be involved in all of that kind of stuff. Yeah. So, all right, out of that, Brad Dalke. Like,
yes, finally, we're getting to Brad. This is what I want to talk about.
It's obvious that he's head and shoulders above, like, most everyone else.
Everyone.
Wesley is causing a stir on the internet. All right.
Well, he did a very good job of that.
I know this is a very broad question, but how good is Brad Dalke playing golf right now?
What I saw in the videos, Wesley, it was a little bit of hyperbole that Wesley knew he would get a rise on the internet.
Yeah.
But for what we saw, you can't tell. I would be hard pressed to find anyone that would be more that would be 30, 40 players in the whole world that are better than him. Like, I know it sounds crazy. A YouTuber can't be the top 50 in the world, but from what I saw, how far he hits it, how solid, how in control, how good he rolls it. Now, again, it was an 18-hole match in Dallas,
Yeah.
But still, like, we know what we see, and then you add an internet invitational, the Creator Classic, these things he keeps playing well in. But again, if he was a guy my distance or just a normal hitter, it's like, I'm pretty good. I can score and scrim, but he hits it like 330 and hits it straight. That's like a very big advantage. And when he hits it as solid as he does with his irons, and when he has a good short game. It's just, from what I've seen, it's tough to say this guy wouldn't keep his car on the PGA Tour and contend on some. If he's keeping the same mentals and the things that he struggled with was obviously not the physical side of golf. It was the mental and the pressure. As you know, the reason I'm sitting here doing YouTube full time is I struggled with the same things, and but I was not nearly as physically gifted as that guy. I'll tell you that. No,
but that's what you guys are saying, right, George? Like you're saying that game. If that game translates to the PGA Tour, and you're not saying that's a given, like this is a guy who quit pro golf because he had the yips, and so those never. I mean, I was just talking to Michael Miller, who just got to final stage, and he's like, "Dude, I was on 16. I hadn't had a yip chip in a couple of years. I'm on the final stage at Q School, and I stand over this chip, and I had to apologize to my teammate or playing partners. I was like, I just got to take 30 seconds, and he's like." Dude, I was going to yip that chip. So you're saying amazing. That game is, if it translated, and that's a big if it translated, he could hang for sure.
I mean, it again, if you watch in person, it's impressive. Like, he hits a tight cut 320, like one of the. We didn't have the quad out, but for a couple holes, I forgot, as I usually do in those situations. But he hit a 2-iron on the last hole. It was like kind of like a fairway finder stinger. It wasn't even. It might have been his full 2-iron, but 167 ball speed, flew 255. It launched at 4 degrees. And it's like, holy cow, like those are numbers that not a lot of people can do. And it was, again, yes, recency bias. We're always going to like give our YouTube family, give them more props than not. But it was, I want to see him compete in a PGA Tour event. Actually, I mean, you can't. I want to see him compete on multiple events, Korn Ferry PGA Tour event, just to see what it looks like. Because it's that good. It really is.
Yeah. And for me, like, as a fan who's deep in the weeds, is like, I would love to see if that mental side. He's obviously super confident, and rightfully so. He's not cocky. He's a nice dude. I'm just saying, like, he's super confident, and like the first time if there is those demons that come back, I mean, I would love to watch it just to see if it unfolds, how it would unfold.
I know, and that's and the weird thing, not the weird thing is, like, the last year, everyone's been saying, "Hey, George and Brad, Wesley and Brad and Sean, like, we need to see these 2v2s, 1v, like, Brad's the best, George's the best." And I was like, I mean, I made a couple PGA Tour event. What has Brad done? I'm better than him, obviously. And after seeing what I've seen, like at the Internet Invitational, but then when I saw it up close, there's no part of me that believes any of that anymore. in the current state of my game and his current game, it's he is way better than me, and I'm perfectly confident. Now, again, I think if we played 10 matches, it'd be pretty even, but it was impressive as I've seen, especially from a guy that's not playing full-time pro golf, maybe ever. Not a full-time golfer that just does YouTube.
All right, let's go to you guys, you and Wesley. As YouTube has grown, George, and you guys are like one of the first, and like still one of the most popular. Is it challenging to stay with as the more and more YouTubers get in the game and more popularity grows? Is it harder or easier to, like, find traction, keep traction? Not that you don't have a ton of traction. I'm saying, like, continue to grow. Or is it like you got to find, does that hurdle of who you play and who you play with become bigger and bigger? Like, you guys have had, like, you just had those guys who were popular, Sean and Brad. You had Ian Poulter. You've played in the LIV events. Like, do you feel like you have to just keep moving that bar, or is it easier because so many people are coming to the YouTube golf world?
Yeah, I think I mean, sure, it could be seen as easy. The bigger you are, the easier it is to get certain guests and play certain courses, do different collaborations. But I think we always want to we don't want to just settle and be like, we already have 700,000+ subscribers. We get these views. We can just film this video and it'll be fine. So we want to try to find the best guests, tell the cool stories and do things that people in the YouTube golf space want to see. And like, we want to try to producing it the best, meeting the most fun people, playing with the highest level golfers that will say yes to come on the channel, and just show how we can compete, how their games are good, show their personalities. If it is tour players, like next week, the road trip we start off with, tomorrow, we do a road trip across the country. I'll leave it at that. And Webb Simpson's our first guest. And again, I get to compete against a major champion, test my game against that. Let people that might not know who Webb Simpson is, but only, he's the U.S. Open champ, but then let them know who the personality, the normal side of a PGA Tour golfer, but then also highlight or have a PGA Tour. I think he's won 5 times on tour, 6 in a major, and put that in on YouTube, which is pretty cool. You can see a guy that quality golf for an hour for free on YouTube. And so I think it's just trying to just keep getting, much like our golf games. You want to keep getting, when you're competing, you want to keep getting better and better. It's just like the same, we treat our YouTube channel the same way. We just want to keep getting better and better, improving, and listening to what people in the comment sections want to see and what they enjoy, and try to just send those in.
Has the political side of it, I'm not talking actual politics, I'm talking politics,
yeah,
politics, has that gotten harder to deal with, George? Like, I assume you guys knew there would be some sort of disciplinary action when you went over there.
Mm-hmm.
But you want to play with John Rahm, you want to play with Webb Simpson. Has the politics of that, does that get tiring, or do you lean into it and just be like, yeah, I'm going to go do what the heck I want, and whatever happens.
Yeah, I think the farther we get away from it, it's just we want to film with cool and interesting people and compete. And LIV gave us a great opportunity, I guess, this year, in blending pro golf and YouTube golf in a way that we've been wanting to do for a while. And if PGA Tour came and offered the same thing, we would say, heck, we want to do this. We just want to blend YouTube golf and pro golf and put it on the internet. And yeah, it was. I think it's interesting. I think Wesley still wants to compete on the PGA Tour. He still wants to play, if not full time. If sponsors are, hey, Wesley, we want you to come play, or I'm going to get into 7 events this year, 8 events, he'd still say yes. But I think it was very, Wesley's in a good spot now about it, but he's still, it's like, man, I still want to compete. Like, my game's pretty good. But he knew what he was doing, I guess, March or February, whenever he decided to do the duels. Because again, he saw how YouTube golf was growing, how the channel was growing, and he was at a place where at best the last 7 years, he was barely keeping his conditional status. And that's just not something that he wanted to keep doing, given him in his current life situation. And so, I think it's interesting, because there's a lot of stuff that we know that we're in the weeds about, and it's just interesting, as it's like how the tour, or both tours, are handling certain situations, certain players. It feels like it's always a little bit different from case to case. Even when you put out articles about how different things are happening, it's just like, it's not a lot of consistency, I guess. But it doesn't, Wesley, he's at peace about it. I'm not. I'm 37, Wesley's 35. Our prime, I think we still have a lot of good golf left in our tanks, but given the weird situations with pro golf and how Wesley's kind of in limbo, I think he's suspended for another 2 years. I think 2027 he can reapply, but That's if he has no bad instances. So.
2 years seems like a long time for Wesley to stay on the up and up.
Yeah, I know. What's your take on the whole thing?
Yeah, I mean, it's exhausting. There's no consistency. Again, the rules apply to the people they want to apply to. That's it. That's all there is to it. It's not like if there was consistency, if these things were, thought out. I just had the conversation about this final round being canceled at Q School. It's like
that's what I was going to ask you about. It's like I didn't even know that was a thing. Has that always been a thing?
So it always has been a thing, but again, every tour, George, has a separate policy for Q School. Like, and again, like I said in my article today, is like they know enough. They know, like, it's just laziness, or they just overlooked it. They don't care enough to look at it or whatever until a situation like this comes up, and that kind of looks into what the tour feels about the players I cover all the time. Is like again, this is not a regular Corn Ferry event, because the policy for a regular Corn Ferry event makes complete sense. But this isn't. This is for people's livelihoods. The guy I just wrote about, John Brightwell, is like his wife wants to start a family, and it's like what a way to your career to end. Like Jonathan wouldn't say it, but you're going to be. I mean, I don't know how you sleep. Like I took Mark was top 20 going into the final day at AT&T. Top 10 changes his life. We made some bad decisions together. He made a terrible swing. He's like, dude, I still think about that almost every day. He's like, and that was in my control. Like, I don't know what would happen if there was something not in my control. So
I don't know. It helped out Matt Atkins. He was a benefactor. I mean, I think he would have got through anyway. But still, that it's like, how do we not have a? You know what? We're gonna just play on Sat. We're gonna budget for 5 or 6 days if we need to.
That's it.
We'll pay the.
Again, this is not. There's no logistics, like the fact that they have that as a regular Corn Ferry. Again, it makes sense on the regular Corn Ferry. Like a guy moving up or down a couple spots on the money list could eventually have, but it's not going to be over 20. Then staff has to get to the next week. Rules officials have to get to the next week. The truck, so it makes sense. And then you have 70 guys, a lot of them on the Corn Ferry not making enough money. So I get that, but this is section runs the event. They don't have to go anywhere. They're already home. The players, like, they have to go to final stage, but it's right there. And you want to play again. Even the players that I talked to were benefactors of this. They're like, "Hey, it worked out for me this time, but the right thing is to play 72 holes." It's.
I know.
It's the ultimate. It's just.
I can't believe that. Pay $5,000 to or 50, probably $6,000 now. To oh, sorry, you don't we're just gonna. I know you were making a run the last day, but we're just gonna wipe that out. Doesn't count.
Yeah. What? And it's again, to be fair to the tour, it is in the rules that you think, but George, you played you're not reading from 1 to 1,000 rules, right? Like you're
why is it even a rule? Like, why not just change? Like, say, hey, this is Q School. This is
Yep. And again, even last week, look at it. Like, you knew it was going to be rain at every site the whole week. Like,
we're gonna make a change here.
Yeah, hey guys, we looked at it just to let you know we're gonna go one again. If you just said one extra day, especially with final stage coming Thursday, if we can't get it in the next day, then it's over, right? Then it's 54 holes. Or if this goes back to November, okay, we're gonna go a max of 2 days and that's it. Okay, I get that. There can't just be we have to get 72 holes in. It's okay, I get it, but to just. Again, and a lot of guys didn't know it until they came in from the delay. So at 2 p.m.
Oh.
Yeah. So it's just.
I mean, Q School stinks. I didn't miss playing a lot this year. I did the last 2 years, and the second stage. It's even. I'm not playing for my livelihood the last 2 years, so I'm there. Is a kind of a free run at things, but still the pressure and just what you feel going from. First, second round, where you're like, yeah, it's fun, it's amazing. Third round, you're like, oh. And then the fourth round, it's such a cool, awful. like it really is just so. And then knowing, like not knowing, like, oh man, I'm making, or the highs and lows. You get hot, you're out there, you're like, hey, I'm making a run. Let's go. We're doing what we had to do. And then, oh, sorry. Yeah.
Yeah.
God,
And that's what one player brought up that I didn't even put in. That's a very, very good point, is like, there is no pressure, like you just mentioned, like second stage final round. And he's like, if I can handle that pressure, I should be rewarded. There's nothing like it in golf. Like your seasons or career is going to be over if you don't play well, or you're going to move on. It's the ultimate pressure, right? And he's like, that makes that final round much more important to play, because yes, of course there's pressure as soon as you hit your first ball, but like you said, it builds up and builds up, and then you're around the number. There's guys that are safe and there's guys who are out of it, but there's whatever that number is of players that are like, I'm still in there. There's like, I said to like in our conversation about it, it's like I've caddied and I could hardly pull a club at second stage, like around the number, and you're like, your mouth is dry. I can't imagine what it's like as a player. And so if you handle that, you should be rewarded for it. It is vital to getting to final stage. And so to skip that is just wrong. It's just wrong. That's all there is to it.
The guy I played with the guy last year, was rookie from Vanderbilt, that shot like 67 in the final round to get in on the number.
Matt Riddell. No, I don't know who it is.
No, he's a rookie on the Corn Ferry this year. I think he actually got his tour card, or it was right around it. Oh my! I need to look this up, because again, like I was, let's see if I can find it. He was, because I was like 1 or 2 off the number going the final round last year, and so we all needed to
place. By the way, that
Kindle,
this all went down.
Let's see if I can find it. The stud of a young guy. Let's see. Did he get his card? I think he got close. I wish I could remember his name.
Hold on.
No, he didn't get. Oh, Cole Sherwood. He was close. He finished 41st.
Oh yeah, Cole's a really good dude. Yeah.
Anyway, but like watching a guy, stud at Vandy coming out like, oh, these, shoe in to get your card. And on the number, kind of just playing we play. I can't remember what I shot. We were around even or 1 over, 2 off the number, maybe 3 off. And then all of a sudden, I think he shoots 67 or 6. Cold wind, moves. I think birdie's the last hole to get in on the number. And it was just an impressive thing, because again, he finished 41st on the money list, but still, that's still a good year, and that's something that you build on in your career. Like he'd miss his card there. Who knows if he ever really?
That's it.
And so it's cool. It was fun to watch, but how much like that you can build on those as a player, like those moments. And he had a good year, 41st, and who knows, like this year if he keeps trending, like he's probably gonna get his tour card, because he's good. He hits the long way, good hands around the green, good, like really plays the right way, has fun. Doesn't get too emotionally invested in it. So, what a bummer.
Do you? I know YouTube is your your future, and you're all in. Do you miss at all like competing, or does this fill your competing?
Yeah, I definitely missed it. I think this year, I knew I wasn't going to be able to do Q school this year. Hey, I think I might have been suspended. Not really sure. Like truly, I heard I was, because they had this creators were fine, but I was a pro, so I was in a different category. I'm like, but I knew that I couldn't, giving our schedule, I couldn't give 2 weeks up to pursue pro golf, because we had the Asian Tour event, we had some other videos that lined up that I knew I would be basically messing up. So I was like, I'm not going to enter, or even so this year I did miss it, because it was cool playing second stage the last 2 years. And those moments, the pressure and the weirdness, I miss all those feelings. But as soon as, I guess 2021 is when I had Annie. Whenever we found out we were pregnant, something switched. I was like, I don't really want to play pro golf anymore. I don't want to be gone 30 weeks out of the year. I don't want to be chasing it. I don't want to be grinding. Like I would much rather just do whatever I can to spend more time or to put pro golf, that pursuit of pro golf, in the rearview mirror and just be a dad, be a husband. And that's going to be now my number one priority. And, but then just the YouTube thing kind of took off. My golf game kind of started rounding back into form and, playing the tour events. I was like, golly, I kind of do miss this. But given where I am, I mean, it's so hard to do pro golf and all the guys are so good. You got to be really, you got to be really good just to make it a career. Where I'm at, I'm able to play, and if sponsors deem me, whether Asian Tour, Korn Ferry, PGA Tour, whatever these tours deem me worthy. LIV. If LIV had sponsor exemptions, shoot, why not? There's money out there, but it just gives that, which I love. Why I love the Duels and the Creator Classic. It gave me that taste of competition again, and which I really did miss. And do I still have, with a lot of pressure on the line, is my game, can it still perform? Which it kind of has, but also it didn't at times this year. But I do miss it a little bit. But 2 kids, 37. I don't miss it as much as I did, but at the same time, this time of year with Q school rolling around, I want to keep grinding and working out and be ready to go if I have the time to give it another go next year.
Do you have to, with the popularity growth of your channel and YouTube in general, I assume part of that is doing the things that have made YouTube enjoyable, that you can be home more often and not chase the best guest over and over. And all of a sudden you find yourself on the road again for 30 weeks.
Oh my God. I know. Yeah, no, the thing that because usually, if you're on the Korn Ferry Tour, you're 5 or 6 weeks in a row, you're gone every day. Yeah. Where we traveled an insane amount this year. It was ridiculous, but for the most part, it's 2 or 3 days, come back home for 3 days, then go back home. So it's a lot of back and forth. So we are home a little more now. Again, I can't. Probably next year will be the same, just as busy. But it's a different kind of busy where you're at least able to pop in and say hi. And but yeah, I think I never imagined it would have gotten to where it's gotten, especially in the last 6 months. It's been pretty wild.
Dream. What's the dream match? What's the dream guest on the show?
Who's number one? There's really no. I think we just want to keep. I think honestly, Scotty Scheffler, if he were to ever. Yeah. I just want to see it up close for 18 holes, but also I want to compete to say, where's my game compared to the best player in the last lot of years. Where does it in one day over you? Yeah, sure. I'm nowhere near as good as him. But for 18 holes, it might be close enough to where I'd be like, wow, that's pretty cool that I can compete. Yeah. But he would probably, I would say or Roy McIlroy, because those are 2 guys that would never, Scotty more than Rory, they wouldn't play 18 holes on a YouTube channel if it's not a sponsor day or something. Yeah. But that would be really cool to spend 18 holes with those guys and be able to have some fun cart cams and talk, life and golf. And Rory, why are you hating on YouTube golf? Or Scotty, hey, how does it feel to win the Masters and win all these majors? And but yeah, those are probably the 2. I haven't really thought about that too much. Bryson, yeah, put Bryson on there because just for the shock value, and I want to see him hit driver and be ridiculous and compete against him. So,
all right, what is it like to work with your brother? There has to be the serious side of it. Yeah, obviously, yes, for the most part, but Wesley can get crazy on Twitter. He's outspoken.
Gosh, yeah.
There is some there has to be some challenges working every day with your brother.
There's a ton of challenges because you're doing it with family. Yeah, and he's a wild. Again, that's why what makes us so great is we're just opposites in a lot of areas. So a lot of give and take, and he's loud. I talk a lot, yes, but I'm not as loud and controversial as he is. And but it's because again, we're with each other all the time, so we fight a lot, and exactly what you see on camera, we are off camera. So there's some days where it's just God, Wesley, just be a normal person, you know. And there are days where he calls me out and gets on my case, but at the end of the day, we know we both love each other and we're in this. We want to see it succeed, and so at the heart, we know we know where our hearts are. But boy, that doesn't make it any easier some days.
Right.
But yeah, no, it's a blessing to be able to work and build a business with your brother, but also it keeps us close, and we get to see each other and travel the world as best friends, and it's something that's very unique and not a lot of people can say they do. So we're definitely very appreciative and thankful for this part of life that we're who knows how long it's gonna last. So we're definitely enjoying doing this while we can. But boy, I mean, there's especially we just went on a road trip for 11 days, basically 12 days, and there's some trying times when you're that.
Yeah.
When you're with each other that much.
I mean, I say this all the time. It's like, I love my wife. She's the best. And she would say this about me too. It's like, you don't want to be with anybody for 12 days straight. Like, you don't want to be with anyone. Like, like you need a break from anyone. Like, I love my wife, but I don't want to be with her for 11 days all day. Like, that's not healthy. And she doesn't want to be with me for 11 days straight. Like,
I mean, I don't want to be with you 11 days straight. I just want to go just hear useless golf information just day after day.
I thought about it today as I took my son to he's strained his Achilles at 10, and I was just writing a tweet about some random player. It doesn't matter. And then I got to the doctor and they're like, "What's your son's birthday?" And I was like, "Man, wait a second, I got it. It's something. Yeah, it's in July. I know that."
Yeah,
he's going to be one day old enough to go to put together that I know the leading that Frank Licklider shot 61 in the 6th round of the Q School, and that's the greatest round in Q School history. And I can't recite his birthday at the doctor's office.
Frank Licklider. That guy kicked me out off the back of the range at Sawgrass.
Frank is.
There was one. So this is a great story. There was one. So Wesley is the year Wesley dominated. I think he had just won on the PGA Tour. So he had come off hot streak, Corn Ferry.
Yeah.
2017. I had PGA Tour Latin status. So he just takes me back there. It was one of those things at the time. The back of the range, you really. You had to be a Corn Ferry PGA Tour, but since there was no one back there it was like a random day in January. Frank Licklider was on the putting green. Wesley was we were on the far other side of the range. Only 3 back there. We get a cart rolls up. Hey, George, we're going to have to ask you to leave. I'm like, there's no one here. Is like, Frank kind of, and Wesley was like, and again, Wesley just won the PGA Tour. He's not like a nobody. He's still he's a very, prominent name. What are we doing? Just Frank, just whatever. But
this is my Frank Licklider story.
Shout out Frank Licklider.
Yeah, Frank Licklider. Called the Blade. For those that don't know, nickname's the Blade because he pulled the knife on the guy. Frank happened to be with the guy who was trying to fight his girlfriend, allegedly. That's what the newspaper said. My Frank Licklider story. Frank, for those listening, goes to Monday qualifiers. He goes to now Champions Mondays, but even at 49, 50, he was going to PGA Tour Mondays and shooting 74, 75 every time. No one knows why he's there. And so we're at the John Deere. I'm at the John Deere. I'm standing at scoring, and Frank is always mad. He's always mad. And he's storming by. He goes into scoring, and his caddy is standing out talking to some other caddies. It's in the Utah Corn Ferry event, Frank was in the 48, 49 category, so he could play every Corn Ferry event. And so his caddy goes, Frank wants to go to Utah. I'm not going to Utah. Screw that. I'm so tired of it. He's playing terrible. I'm not going to Utah. And Frank comes storming out of the scoring and goes, "We're going to Utah." And his caddy's like, "Okay." It's no one crosses Frank because it's just going to be
God, that's amazing.
Yeah.
Speaking of other names or weeds, we were over in the Philippines playing an Asian Tour event, and everyone's like, what? Why do you want to be here? And what people don't know about me and Wes, we much like yourself, is we spent every day, every time Golf Week magazine came, we would go to every tour and just
100%.
read names and follow. Like we followed the Asian tour. And I think it was Brian Watts. Was he like the
no Japan tour? Brian Watts,
it was just one of those things where we followed these non-American tours because there was like this random Americans, or I think if he was 100%. Canadian or American, and you're like, what's this guy doing over here? And so we just kind of would follow along. And so I grew to follow those tours, and people were like, what, these guys from South Carolina, they don't want to be in the Philippines or playing the Asian tour. I'm like, yeah, we do. We like we grew up following these tours and these random.
Some of my favorite stories, George, is the one like Edward, like full-time All-American Oklahoma State, right? Like, and ended up on the Asian tour for a little while. Mm-hmm. And I don't remember what event it was, but he wins and they get on the bus and all the players are there. And the Asian tour just starts handing out cash in brown paper bags, like to everybody.
Yes.
And Edward's like, we're all driving down the road. There's like, whatever, 400,000 American dollars all on this bus. He's like, what are we doing? He's like, I didn't know what to do. He's like, what do I do? How do I get this home? Do I just 100%. I remember grabbing Golf Week and just looking in the back and like the Grey Goose tour, Hooters tour.
Yep.
It just like
everything.
Yeah.
We need to bring that back.
Yeah. That's it. That's what we need is the George Bryan, the Bryan brothers.
Just compile all the tours in one place so we can just read a magazine like the old days. Yeah, that's it. George, are you going to LIV? Is that it? Is that where we're going? Come on, you and Wesley. I mean, it would be, and the crazy thing is people assume that I don't even know if they've really had any serious conversations with Wesley in the last 2 years.
Yeah.
I mean, since doing the YouTube thing, it in a way kind of makes me mad. I feel Wesley is good enough to, especially when I see some of the players on that tour. But then you couple in the YouTube side of things.
I don't know why they wouldn't.
I don't know either. And so it kind of annoys me. I don't know if it actually would be harder than people think to make that decision because there's a lot. It's, do you want to play on actually get back into playing full time but at the same time playing on LIV, telling us competing for, yes, a lot of money, but also you're able to compete, play professional golf, still film YouTube videos. But no, there hasn't been last year. I think Wesley definitely put out feelers or went during the suspension, hey, I'm available. Reach out to this team, and everyone's, oh no, we're going after this person. Or it's like, who? If you get
Mark and I are going through it just getting into Q school for promotions. It's like Mark wants to play the promotions event, and I'm like, okay, and because it's in the United States, no one can play, so no one is playing. And I'm just like, 100% they're going to let us in. And I don't think they're going to let us in. And I'm just like, oh, okay. I was like, I thought for sure we would I was like, I'll come cover it. It's great content for me. I'll caddy. And
heck yeah.
And I was like, even if Mark misses the first 18 holes, we'll stay and cover it.
Heck yeah. No,
I don't know. It's which is fine. It's their decisions. I'm not saying we deserve a shot or anything. It just seems to you would think they would want you guys, want your audience. That's it. And again, it doesn't mean that you guys are going, just that they would ask.
No, a perfect world, do more the dual stuff was a lot of fun. Somebody think what you want about LIV, but playing with, being on the same team as Sergio was for a good prize purse, was pretty cool. But I don't know what Wesley would do. We've talked. I've asked him, and he's always been it's not. It would be a harder decision than absolutely going to LIV. But there's a lot to it, and I don't know. But that's one thing that's always baffled me. So if there's a LIV team and want to offer Wesley, actually don't. 'Cause then it almost makes it easier if no one offers him, because then I don't have to okay, what do we do? How do
where do I fit into this whole thing? Do I come with them? What? Yeah. But George, I appreciate you as always.
Hey, thanks for letting me.
Dude, you can come on. This is it. From now on, there's an open invite, dude. You want to come on? By all means, come on. I hate to bother.
Sorry, I think I'm gonna put it on Twitter. Say I forced my way onto the podcast.
I hate to bother people. It's the biggest downfall of doing this is like I hate to ask, do you go through that, George? Like, oh shit, we'd love to have this guy on, but I don't want to annoy him. Everyone
so the tough thing sometimes Wesley doesn't care. I'm getting
that's nice.
like
I need a Wesley.
What's the worst they're gonna say no, but I think where we come from, where we get in trouble, or not in trouble, where I freak myself out, is being professional golfers, knowing how the whole PGA Tour, just the whole system works, and just because they're off doesn't mean if you have an off week, I know what that means. They're going to be taking the first 4 or 5 days off, start getting to it later in the week, and I don't want to bother people. Whereas if I was out of the PGA Tour or the pro golf scene, somewhere like Grant, where I could just not have I just say, hey, are you busy? Like, are you free? And so I get hesitant because I know like how they just went 4 straight weeks. I know they're off this week, but I know I would never ask because I know the last thing they want to do is touch a golf club. So sometimes that can, because again, a lot of these people that we film with, they say yes. Like, we have some cool guests coming up, and they're way cooler than I thought they'd be. And so I just need to be better, and just ask. The worst they can say is no. And
that's why you haven't been on this podcast. Is like, oh shit, the Bryan's brothers are like, always busy. They got big names. I don't want to bother them. Like, we text for those listening. Like, we text every once in a while. So just like, oh, I don't want to bother them. They got a million things going. So
but not. There's no one that means more to us in the golf world than Monday Q Info. You've been. Man, I feel like we hadn't been day one of yours. We definitely hopped on board in the early thousands followers. Like, you were still.
You guys have been. Awesome. It's I appreciate it. Not that they need my plug.
No, you're
Bryan
awesome.
Brothers. Get some gloves. Get your gloves. What else you got? Oh, you got piece of Tacoma. Right?
Tacoma irons. What else we got here? Ghost Energy. What's next? What's next for Monday Q Info this year? Any big things you can?
We're trying to get in the promotions event, George. That's really what we're trying to do.
Do I need to pull some string? Do I need to pull some strings? What is that?
Yeah, I have a cheating story. A cheating story is coming out. That's the big one. That tours cover up cheating stories. That's it.
Golly, how do you, it amazes me how you find these things. It's not like they're either right in front of you stories. Like, I'm just going to go to this PGA Tour player and ask him. It's the way you find your way in. And
this one's been a work in progress. I thought it was dead for a long time. It was dead for a long time, and then and then something revived it, and it's so back. It's so back. Dude, this involves NDAs by tours. It's a wild trip down the cheating rabbit hole.
Oh man, I am ready for it.
Dad's cussing out players, threatening them in the thing. It's dropping balls. It's a wild scene. It's a wild scene.
All right, I'll be ready. Well, thanks for having me. It's always a pleasure.
I appreciate it.
Monday Q Info. We'll see you on the other side.
See you, brother.